Welcome again. Thanks for joining us as we talk about adult day space and intergenerational space. So this is our third session. And the first session, we introduced Sara, talked in general about the need and the opportunity for adult day. Last session, we talked about a little bit more about the intergenerational space and the dynamic of bringing preschoolers and children and senior adults together on a regular basis. Today, we're going to talk about the space.
Yes.
And don't get too far down the road on us because we just finished a design meeting, and obviously this is fluid, but we're going to talk to you about some of the big blocks that will be part of our space here at Culpeper Baptist for Adult Day. So we're talking about the first floor of our 1954 building. And if you can think about it in two halves, the front half being more specific to adult day needs.
Yes.
And then the back half being that vibrant intergenerational space. So let's just kind of walk through. We will show you some pictures hopefully in the next couple of weeks, but just kind of walk through some of the blocks that are in there. So there's going to be a music space that will be intergenerational.
Yep.
So let's talk about how that room will work with both groups.
Yes, absolutely. So it will be something that is accessible for both the child care center and the adult day center, but it's going to be kind of in a specific place where children and seniors can come together to make music in a way that's really intentional.
Right. And so we can, in that room, we'll have some instruments in there that they can pick up and play. There will be opportunities to listen to music. And we think that's a great memory tool too, because as we all know, music can kind of take us quickly back to an era of our lives.
Yeah.
And, I just dream about kind of a senior adult playing a song that was very familiar to them when they were maybe a preschooler or a child or a teenager and explaining to that child why that song is meaningful to them. And so a lot of opportunities in that music room. With have an art space.
Yes.
Talk about what we'll do in the art space.
Yeah, so being creative is something that we do all throughout our lives, and even with people who have memory impairments, they can still take a paintbrush and paint something incredible. Mm-hmm. So it will be a space that again is accessible both for children and seniors, and we really hope to be displaying a lot of the artwork that we make there too.
So when I came here for the weekend that they decided to call me as their pastor. One of the things I said that weekend was, boy, this church has a lot of empty walls.
Yeah.
And to think that out of that art space, we might be able to fill up some of those walls and really let them come to life again. And then outside play and gardening. So we've talked about this a lot as a church. We have that beautiful courtyard that we primarily use as a sidewalk if we just kind of walk through it. But with this transition, we plan to really bring that courtyard to life.
Yes.
Have both the preschoolers love going down there. We have those planters in there. Mm-hmm. We'll probably add some more gardening stuff, but talk about some of the things we might do out in the courtyard with gardening and games and stuff like that.
Absolutely. So we hope, again, it'll be a thriving space, good for both populations. But, we have so many gardeners, and it's hard to keep up a garden. But if you have a community garden, it's a lot easier to do. And just the number of smells, textures, things that you can plant in and out of season really brings kind of a vibrancy to people's lives.
Right. And then again, we're trying to integrate all kinds of folks in this space. So while we have a child care center and hopefully we'll have an adult day center as we continue to do our work, we also want this to continue to be a vibrant place where the community comes together.
Yes.
So that back half of the first floor, kind of where the chapel is now, will become that intersection. And we could see, we could see a Tuesday morning where maybe some older adults have come to just play cards, do a book club, play board games together. And our adult day folks who are here for care are just interacting. We could see a business group meeting here early in the day or late in the day, just kind of networking with each other.
Yeah.
And again, our adult day might be interacting with that. So that space is really what we're trying to get right. We're trying to make it the great space that really our whole community is interacting with on a regular basis. So anything you want to say about that space or those interactions?
I'm, just excited to see that come to life too, because if you have, some specific club that meets there, and there's a senior adult who may have attended that club in the past but couldn't drive themselves there, but they can walk down the hall, or just being a space for learning and shared meaning and experiences together is going to be very cool.
before COVID happened, Heroes Bridge, which is a great organization out of Warrenton that works with veterans and trying to support veterans, we were going to start hosting a monthly coffee for them. And, and again, just trying to socialize the experiences that veterans have had and letting preschoolers and children kind of know about that and meeting heroes right here in our space. And so there's a lot of things we hope to do in the space. Again, we're going to show you hopefully pictures in the very near future. We're working on all of this, and and we're going to do some other conversations around this process and what does Adult Day look like. But just really so excited about Sara being on this team, being on our planning team. The work she has been a part of in Warrenton now for
2 years.
2 years as the caregiving support up there. And so you will see more of Sara in the days ahead because there's so much we can learn from her. And again, if you have questions about what does Adult Day look like, how does all this work together, and how does all this happen, please email me, call me, text me, and we'll get some answers to you, maybe do some more sessions. But thanks for joining us today. Again, Sara and I have done 3 sessions. So if you just watch this one, go back and watch the other 2 and get into our conversation. Thanks for joining us.